Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. A couple days ago, or a little while ago, I posted a video talking about how we learn to live with less stuff. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how we learn to live with less friends. So just a quick background, I am a mom of 3 and I've been striving to be a minimalist for the past few years now because I absolutely love the way I feel when my life is simple and minimal. And I've come to learn that minimalism expands into every aspect of life. So not only the physical stuff that you have, but minimalism also expands into your social life. So having minimal friends, all about quality, not quantity. It expands into your like your waste and the footprint you leave on this earth. So how much garbage you're, creating and throwing out. Definitely, we have been working so much in terms of our friendships and our social life to be a true minimalist, and it has been amazing. And I'm here to just share with you my tips, what has worked, and how we just how we're able to live with just a few good close friends. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get into the video. I don't even know if I'm making sense, but quickly, when I was in high school, even elementary school, early university, I was such a people person. I still am, but during that time, I hated being alone. I always wanted to be around friends, or, even siblings, but mostly just friends. I always wanted to be going out and having fun, and always had to be texting somebody and having a conversation with someone. And I ended up having like a big group or circle of friends. It was massive. And as I started going through university and then finished and started having children, I realized that a lot of the friends in that circle kind of started naturally dwindling down. So they stopped communicating with me. We stopped hanging out and texting as much. I did find that because I did get married young and have kids young, a lot of the friends that were my age were not at that point in their life yet, and we started to not click as much, unfortunately. At the time, I got very depressed. I was like, I'm losing all my friends. I have no one to hang out with anymore. I felt lonely. I felt like I was being left out. It was a very hard time, and it definitely triggered a lot of my depression, my postpartum depression. But then something happened, and as I started to get a little bit older, I started to realize how happy I was with being alone and not always being around someone, not always having so much noise, and being able to enjoy the friends that I do have, the quality friends. Like I said, it's about quality, not quantity. So I used to, like I said, always have to be chatting and talking to people. And then whenever I was alone, I just felt like I don't know, like I couldn't really think properly. I just didn't know what to do. I would be extremely bored. And it did not give me any chance to grow internally as a person. I didn't really think deep. Usually people take that quiet time and the time where you have away from people to really focus on yourself, think about and get deep into what you're feeling, your emotions, the way you're living, what you want to change, what you want to improve. I never did that. I was young though, but I just didn't like being alone. So when I had the kids and I started having less friends and I was forced to be alone a little bit more because I couldn't leave the house, as easily with kids and all that, that's when I really started to realize the power and the amazing benefit of being alone. I started to really dig deep. I started to think about the way my life was, what I wanted to improve, what I wanted to change. I came up with ways to make my life better, to reach my goals. I thought deep about emotions that I had pushed down for so many years because I never really had the time or the energy to actually bring them up and, think about them and figure out where they're stemming from and what triggered these thoughts and feelings. So being alone and starting to not hang out with so many friends really dramatically impacted my life. And it was because of that I decided to go to holistic nutrition school and start my own business just a couple months later and do all this stuff. I never would have done that before when I was constantly socializing, because I never really thought, what do I want to do with my life? And when I was forced to think, I started realizing, I want to be able to do something that I can do from home, something that is so close to my heart, that I'm passionate about. Definitely knew it was going to revolve around something with helping people, and this is what I came up with. And it was an amazing feeling to look at where I was when I started, where I had no clue what I was thinking, what I wanted in life, to knowing exactly what I want to do with my life, knowing exactly where I want to go with my life and my goals, and being able to decipher the feelings and emotions that I have that come all the way from, young childhood until now. There have been a lot of things that build up and things and stuff you feel that you can't express when there's constant noise around you. There are times where you need to have that quiet to sit back and really say, why do I feel like this? Why am I unhappy? Why am I sad? What is going on? You know, and you need that quiet, and that's what having less friends gave me, and it was amazing. Now, when I say how to live with less friends, I don't mean to be antisocial and not want to be around people and to be, you know, alone all the time, because that's not healthy either. We have just a good, my husband and I both have a good circle of close friends that we see regularly, maybe twice a month. Some of my friends I only see once a month, but we still get out, we still see them, and when we do, we just pick right up where we left off. It's an amazing feeling to know that these people are here for you through thick and thin, through your ups and downs. No matter what issues you have, you can go to these close quality friends and not worry about driving them away, not, you know, being stressed that if I don't text them this week, they're not gonna want to be my friend anymore. It was definitely getting exhausting when I had a huge, you know, circle of friends. I always felt like I had to text everyone and keep up so that they know I'm thinking about them. Otherwise, I thought maybe we'll start to drift apart. And it was really unhealthy to constantly have that pressure on yourself. But also, if, you know, not texting someone for a couple weeks or heck, even months means that you're no longer going to be friends and you start to drift apart, then it just means that relationship is not for you. So the friends I have now, and I've come to really pick and choose and know exactly who I want to be with or be around the rest of my life. It's amazing. So the friends I have right now, we can go for a few months without texting, and we just know that we're thinking of each other all the time and that we're super busy. And then as soon as we go and start texting, we just pick right up where we left off, and it's beautiful. So I can count on one hand, I have about 5 friends who are very close to me, and we just text all the time and we get along well. And then same with my husband, he's got a good handful, and that's what we're happy with. And it has been it took a lot of growing to really appreciate the small but close group of friends that I do have. And I definitely went through a period where I felt super, super lonely. And I think once you go through that period, everyone's probably going to get that period where they feel lonely and like they don't have a lot of friends. But once you get through that hurdle, and everyone does, and you go kind of like the light at the end of the tunnel, and you start realizing that the friends you do have is all you need, and that as life goes on and you get so busy, and not just with children, but with life, with your careers, with, you know, just things that happen, you start to realize how exhausting it is to try to have, you know, to have so many friends and try to keep up with everyone. Like even at Christmas time, like I get so many of my friends telling me I'm so overwhelmed because I'm sending out like over 100 Christmas cards, and if I forget anybody, then they're going to be upset and offended. And I just think it gets very exhausting if that's how you have to live your life, always trying to make sure you don't forget about anyone, reach out to everyone. It definitely is hard on, I would say, most people. So really going through your friend list and picking out who are the ones that truly get me, truly accept me for the way I am, regardless of religion, etc. Truly accept me for who I am, truly understand not just me, but my family, where we're all coming from, and who can not see me for a long period of time and not be offended, and just, you know, like I said, continue where we left off. If you have a good number of those friends, hang on to them, and then the rest, not to say let them go, but definitely don't put the pressure on yourself to constantly reach out to them. And if they're not always reaching out to you, it's not fair for you to constantly be, you know, extending messages and everyone to all these people that, you know, don't really make the effort for you, if that makes sense. I don't even know if I'm making sense to you guys. But it definitely has been so freeing, really taking minimalism out, not only from, you know, the stuff that I have in my house, but bringing it into my social life, really dialing back the outings, dialing back everything. Even like, it sounds so childish almost to say this, but I even went on Facebook, and I know like it's not like Facebook is like you know, it's not like that Facebook confirms how many friends you have, but I went on Facebook and I literally cleaned out a good chunk of my friend list. People I haven't talked to in forever, people that probably don't care what I'm up to because we just kind of drifted apart. And just by doing that, you feel like everything is like a lot less stressful. Before, I always felt the need I don't really go on Facebook anymore, to be honest. I'm rarely on it. But before, I would always feel the need to check every single one of my friends' profiles because I felt like I had to keep up with what was going on in their life. And I'm like, well, then when I sat back to think, like, you're not really a friend. We talk maybe once a year, if that. We wish each other a happy birthday, like tops. We never see each other. I don't know where you're living right now, things like that. And if you think about it, that's not really a friend. That's more of like you know, you're kind of continuing an acquaintance and it's not, that relationship isn't really going anywhere. But then I have friends where every time we hang out, our relationship is improving and we're moving on into different phases of our lives with each other. We're not leaving each other behind. So those are the friendships you want to nurture. Those are the ones that you want to put your time into and your effort into. You want to reach out to these people, make sure that they're doing okay, because you know that when you need that help, they're going to be there for you. So like I said, Facebook, it's not like it's, you know, it really means anything, but even just going through your Facebook page, your account, and saying like, do we really talk anymore? And just clean out your friend list and keep the ones, your family, and the ones that are super close that you truly want to, you know, be updated about their lives. If that makes sense. So minimalism goes really deep, and it can go to so many aspects of your life, and it goes even deeper into your social life than what the phase that I'm currently on. But I have really just come to feel so much more at peace and so much more at ease, unless like I have to just keep up with everyone. And it feels good. So I would definitely say a couple tips for you are going to be, number one, really sit back and think about who you really want in your future, who's actually going to make a difference, not only who you want in your future, but who's going to make a difference, who's going to be there to support you, to encourage you, and then who's just kind of there because you were friends a long time ago and they're just kind of, you just still hang out randomly because you feel like you have to. So those are the ones you're going to want to start dialing back and start improving and focusing on the ones and nurturing the ones that you know are going to last long term, or hopefully lifelong. And once you start to cleanse your friends list or your lineup of friends, you might start feeling lonely. Like, I don't have as many people to hang out with. I don't have as many people to text. And that's when it's a time to let that feeling happen, but take that feeling and use it to sit down and enjoy the quiet and really dig deep into yourself and bring up feelings, past feelings and emotions that you kind of stuffed back down because you never took the time to really think about and decipher them. Take that time to really think about your future and your goals and what you really, where you see your life in 10 years, where you want your life to be in 10 years, whether that's married with kids or having a new house or moving to a different country or starting a career. Think about it, and then go back to your friends list and say, out of these friends, who are going to be the ones that are going to support me every step of the way, even when it's really hard? Who are going to be the ones that are still sticking around and truly caring about me, even if I don't message them for a couple months because I'm so busy? Those are the ones that those are the friends you're going to focus on and really nurture. As you go through the loneliness phase of feeling like you're left out, you don't have as many friends as you used to, it passes, it always will. And when you come out the other side and you just start hanging out with the friends you truly, and messaging the friends you truly want to be there for the rest of your life, you will feel so at peace and so safe knowing that the close friends you do have got your back. And it might sound cheesy, but it's just so true. And I think as like the younger people are, usually when you're like in high school and even early university, you think that friends are everything, and that the more friends you have, the better you are, the more popular you are. Like, it usually starts off when you're younger, and then as you start to continue and go out through your life, you don't realize that most of the friends you make through elementary and high school and even university are not the friends that are going to be there lifelong. Usually people move away, people kind of just naturally drift apart as they go to the, different career paths and stuff. So it definitely, people start feeling like that, the hit, and they're like, oh, what happened to all my friends? I used to have so many people to hang out with. Now there's no one. Who do I reach out to tonight? Because I don't want to be alone. And I just encourage you, take that alone time. If you have no one to hang out with, take that time, have a hot bath, and just think, really think. Allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to get emotional. Think deep about everything you possibly can. Think about your future and your past and the present, where you want your life to be, who you want to be in it, and you will start to feel so much more relaxed and so much happier and better off for it. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was just my opinion on minimalism in terms of your friends list and your social life, and it really has impacted me significantly. So I encourage you to give it a try. But yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's at Marla's Healthy Life. The link is in the description box below, just so you can see what I'm up to day to day. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.